What's up, guys? In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about a very simple basic model that you can use to create full-time YouTube content from your computer that is interesting and engaging to people. Okay? So in order to do this, you can use free services. It's pretty insane. The three main services that I'm going to talk to you about are Skype, Google Hangouts, and Calendly. So essentially, I've made a lot of YouTube videos, okay? I've published over 1,000 videos to YouTube. And a lot of them have been really experimental, but I've gotten kind of used to things and understood what kind of like my audience is into, but also what forms of content perform better. And I can tell you from personal experience that if you have a second individual in your content, and your content is a conversation between multiple individuals, retention rates go way up. People watch your videos longer. People are more engaged with that kind of content. And you know what's really, really fascinating about this is it's incredibly easy to create. Okay, let me show you an example of one of my YouTube videos. This is about a dropshipping tool called DSM Tool, right? So this video has almost 34,000 views, right? I didn't know what this software was when I recorded this video. This video is literally just me not knowing what something is and exploring it for the first time. And I want you guys to understand that a lot of YouTube content isn't necessarily about knowing anything perfectly or being the best in any way whatsoever. It's about being relatable. If you can create content that people have an easier time watching and they relate to, then you will do much better on YouTube, right? And so one of the problems that people have with creating YouTube channels is that they struggle to create enough content often. And like, I make daily content, and I don't necessarily recommend that you make daily content. Daily content is really good for the creator as long as they're able to maintain it, because it teaches them so much, and that is really, really valuable. And you become more talented by creating stuff regularly, every day, no matter what, no matter how you feel always. But no audience can keep up with daily content. People are strapped for time, and especially if your content's like 10 minutes to 30 minutes, you're getting fractions of people's time, and that's just the nature of it. When it comes to growing an audience, it's better to have more sporadic content, maybe like 2 or 3 times a week. Even weekly can be pretty good. Less than weekly, that's not really enough. You want to make sure you are getting the content out there. You have a schedule, you have something, and you're churning out that content. Because you can paralyze yourself trying to make the perfect kinds of content, the perfect videos, and the reality is that uploading the video is what makes it work. Doing that over and over and over and over and over and over and over again puts you in a position where creating videos is just part of your life. It's a way that you deal with things and how you express things and how you learn. And in that position, you can really easily make courses and spread that skill set out into other like ways to monetize things, other branches of income, right? But essentially, my advice to you guys is that you could literally make a YouTube channel where your whole content is doing Skype calls with other people. They can be random people. It can literally be anything. People listen and watch videos much longer when there are 2 people talking. And the nature of this inherently gets you out of whatever shell you're in and forces you to relate with other people and to communicate more, which in turn is going to widen your network of individuals. And you could do this for 2 years, and if you had no money at all, but you had a network of people, you can literally pick who you want to communicate with, who you want to become like, who you want to learn from. You can gain control over a lot of the things that in your life right now maybe you just can't do anything about, and you've had to accept that, right? once you're known as a YouTuber, it gives you an access to other individuals. And the benefits that come from that are almost impossible to fathom because they're so unique to you as a person and the kinds of people that you meet. A lot of life is about the interactions you have with other people and the things that just happen to turn into something, and you had no idea that it would lead to that. That really kind of, if you're not getting out there and interacting with people, you're not throwing yourself into a little bit of uncertainty, then your life's probably not going to change. And it's really tricky to change your life because you have to kind of learn to be okay with not knowing how something's going to play out and do it anyway, because you know that it's going to lead to something that you want, right? And so what you can do with these 3 services is just literally, I'm not going to go into how to use Skype or how to use Google Hangouts. I want you guys to understand that anybody listening to this, you could make a YouTube channel where you talk to people and it would probably do pretty well. Like, as long as you stuck with it. It's like video logs are cool. But mostly just they're like documents for the person making the logs. Usually people don't respond to content very well unless it's teaching them something or it has multiple people in it. Those are the 2 easiest ways to get viewership and get people to actually pay attention to you. Whereas if you're just uploading random videos and snippets of things in your life, unless there's something that you're bringing to the audience, like whenever I do personal stuff, I try and be like, okay, this is what I went through so you can relate to me, but this is how I have to be positive about it. And even though I went through this is how I think. And that, I try and put a positive spin on it because everybody who watches a video, like ideally a good video gives something to somebody that they didn't have. And so when they're done watching it, they're a little bit more informed or a little bit more capable as an individual. They're more likely to get out of their house and go meet somebody because they were inspired by something, right? Like, you want to give something to people in your videos. So that's really important. And essentially, that's why this service is so freaking awesome, because you can just call people who have things to give just by the way that they talk, and you can talk to them. And like, you may think that you'd have a hard time finding people to talk to. You only actually have to think of the next 2 people. Just find people who are willing to do a Skype call with you and record it. And like, you're going to find that the fact that this other person knows that you're recording the video is going to up the quality of everything. Like, one of the reasons I don't get like super regular signups with my Calendly link, 1, I don't talk about it all the time, and 2 is because everybody knows that they're going to be recorded and it's going to be published to YouTube. So this kind of means that like you have to be kind of willing to throw yourself out there and you put yourself in front of a YouTube audience in order to do one of those videos in the first place. And I love this because it means that the people who follow through with it are typically more kind of into it. They're more serious, and I really enjoy that. But like as you're beginning, like if nobody follows your YouTube channel, then you don't have to worry about that stressing people out, right? You know, you can just be like, no one watches my videos anyway. This is just practice. It's all good, right? So let me explain quickly how Calendly works. We're going to use my Calendly link as an example. So anybody in the world can go to calendly.com/JackDermotPittman. And then they can schedule a call with me. Pretty much about anything. I don't think people realize that anybody can do this, because people tend to only do it when I talk about it a lot. But so they could pick, like, say they wanted to talk to me about anything, right? This is topic conversation. They could go, okay, Thursday, December 6th, Jack's free at these times. I'm going to do this one. And this is my name, Charles Lipsky. And I'm going to talk about, I don't know, let's say cooking. You know, it doesn't matter. Like, literally anybody can schedule a video with me like this, and then it shows up in my calendar, and I have the address to contact them with, and then I set the video up, and I have a video. Like, I don't have to do anything as long as I'm making people aware of this. Like, maybe like 2/3 of the time people flake. If they have more of a reputation, they're less likely to flake. Some people get like they forget, or they get too nervous, or they put it off. I don't know. But it's pretty common for people to sign up this way, and then I reach out to them and like nobody picks up and I don't hear from them. But it does actually work. Like people use it, right? And what's funny is that, okay, side tangent for a second. People get frustrated with me because of dropshipping software, right? Because I'm affiliated with a couple different companies. And so sometimes, well, a lot of different companies. And I'll do work with pretty much anybody who will show their face to me on YouTube and do this, right? But I get people who like message me irritatedly because they see that I'm doing videos with other people. And like I've told them, like you can literally like go to this link and click this button and that sets up a recording with me. Like, you don't need to communicate with me or tell me anything about it. It just happens, right? But people get stuck in their heads and they think that they need, I don't know. It's just frustrating. It doesn't mean that it's going to eliminate some of the back and forth, but it is pretty awesome that people can just set this up and then I get an email and then I have a video for the day. And those videos do better than all of my other videos just because they're a conversation with somebody else. Even if they're about irrelevant subjects, they still tend to do better. Like people have a higher retention rate for conversations. Okay. So if you're watching this and you want to make a YouTube channel, but you don't really know what, you literally don't even have to have anything. You can just call people and record those videos. Okay. And I'm actually forgetting one tool you would also use, which is called OBS. OBS is actually what I'm using to record this video right now, but it's free, guys. Completely free. Oh, whoops. OBS broadcaster software. Yeah, okay. It's called OBS Project. See? You can just get this, and then you can use it to record your screen, which you could just record while you're having a Skype call. Pretty easy. Can you Skype somebody? Can you press record? Because if you can do those things, you could be running a YouTube channel. Pretty crazy, huh? All right, guys, thanks for watching. And yeah, if you want to talk to me, whatever, the link's in the description. See you next time. Ciao.